Thank you for joining me in this video. Today we will look at sum or difference of cubes. In the last tutorial, that is video 1.10, we treated difference of squares, okay, which is a specialized case of what? Factorization. The same applies here, all right? Now this one is when the power of the terms are what? 3, that is cubes. Okay, so we have a formula for it. Okay, we say suppose you have these two terms, a binomial of the form a plus or minus b all raised to the power 3. Okay, for the plus sign, it is a cube plus b cube. Okay, it has its formula to be, that is for the plus sign, a plus b, the 2 being raised to the power 3 is equivalent to the linear factor having the a plus b, then the quadratic factor having the square of a. Since the sign here is plus, the sign here we take what? The form of what? Minus, okay? With the product of a and b to have a, b. Then the sign here is always what? Plus, all right? B squared, okay? So this is for the plus sign, okay? For the minus sign, we have a cube minus what? B cube, which is equivalent to, right, it's equal to the linear factor, that is a minus b, then the quadratic factor, that is a squared. Then for the fact that the sign in this first factor here is minus, I will take plus here with the combination of the two terms a and b, then plus b squared. Okay, so this is the formula actually we can apply. Suppose we have such an expression to factorize. So do you see? Let me explain again. Let me start from a cube plus b cube. How we factorize it is, first of all, you form the linear factor or the binomial factor, okay? The one that contains two terms. And again, you form the quadratic factor or the trinomial factor, the one that contains 3 terms, okay? Now, for the linear or binomial factor, I first of all, since this a is into 3, take one of the a's here. B is into 3, take one of the b's, then take the original sign, which is plus, okay? So that is how we got that. Then for the trinomial factor, b is remaining 2 now, right? That is how we got we got a squared here. Now this minus sign here is as a result of the fact that the sign here is plus, so it will alternate, okay? The sign of the middle term of the trinomial will be what? Negative. That is how we have this minus at every point in time. Then with the combination of the both terms, that is a and b, okay, to have this ab. Then plus the remaining 2 b's is now b squared. The same thing goes here for the minus, that is a cube minus b cube. Now the first linear factor is taking one of the a's and one of the b's and the original sign, which is what? Minus. Again, for the trinomial factor, the remaining a is what? 2, that is a squared. Then since the sign from the first factor is minus, then the sign for the trinomial factor will be what? Plus, okay? That is for the middle term alone. Then the remaining b has the remaining b is now, so that is b squared, okay, which is always what? Positive, all right? So here actually we say the sign here will be same sign, the sign here will be opposite sign or the alternate sign of plus, okay, or minus, depends, okay, and the sign here is always what? Positive, okay. So that is it. Now don't feel confused. Let me use some proper examples, okay? Now, let's learn. All right. We begin. Let us have this question. Suppose you have, let me use a very simple question here before I go deep. I may solve up to, let me say 4-5 questions here, please. Just pay attention. Suppose you have s with power 3 minus 27, okay? Now, we are told that the both terms must have what? The cube, okay, the cube power, all right? But here we have just a whole number, 27. So what do we do? Now, this is equivalent to s cubed minus 3 cubed, right? Have you seen it's equal to a cubed plus or minus b cubed, right? But in this case, we are dealing with what? Minus. So simple. Take one of the x's from this s cube here to have x. Okay, the original minus sign. Take one of the 3 to have 3 to form your binomial factor. Then for the quadratic factor or the trinomial factor, take the remaining x, okay, which having same sign. Okay, that is s squared. It is remaining 2 x's now, right? Then the alternate sign now, okay, will now be plus. Okay, the combination of 3 and x is now 3x, right? Then plus the opposite sign, okay, which is 3 squared, okay? Just the same way with the formula, okay, you can just do direct word substitution. All right, the same goes for the plus. Suppose we have 3s cubed plus 27 is equals to s cubed plus 3 cubed, right? So by the formula, we just have straight away s plus 3. Do you see it? The binomial factor comes with the original sign of the question, okay? Then the trinomial factor, the middle term, goes with the alternate sign, all right? The same sign here, s squared, then minus what? 3s plus 3 squared, which is 9, right? Please note that this trinomial factor here, or the quadratic factor, normally can be simplified further, maybe by factorization, but please, it cannot be factored, right? It cannot just be what? Factorized. Okay, so these are just the factor that when we expand this, we have the original question given to us. Now, let's clean to have more complex question or examples. Again, suppose we have s cubed y with the power 6 minus 64. Okay. Now, do you see we're having two terms here, s and y, okay, multiplying each other. The first term has 3 power, second term has 6 power. What do I do? Let me apply initial law here. Okay. It is possible that this could be x, then y squared, or raised to power what? 3 minus 4 raised to power 3. Yes, because by initial law, the power of this one is 1. 1 times 3 is this 3 here, okay? That is for x. The power of this y here is 2. 2 times 3 is also what? 6. So nothing has changed, okay? Please be very wise when you're doing or dealing with such a question. Now, we do our thing. 4 cubed is 64, okay? So now we have x y squared minus 4 from my first binomial factor. Again, x y squared all raised to power 2 plus the product between 4 and this will give me plus 4x y squared, then plus 4 squared, which is 16, okay? 4 squared. You close the binomial factor there. All right. So do you see this? Actually, that is just maintaining the same thing we did from our first question. Okay. When I expand this, I get back to the original question. This binomial factor, this trinomial factor here, or quadratic factor here, cannot be what? Further factorized. Okay. This one here resembles a difference of square. Okay, which could further be factorized, but because of this coefficient here, that is this x here, okay, the power there is 1, not 2. Okay, suppose it is 2, yes, I should have further factorized this binomial factor here, okay, but since it is just x, okay, raised to power 1, I can do anything again. Suppose there is x attached to 4 and this x is here. I could have factor out the x's and now do the difference of square for y squared minus 4, okay? So please, while solving, be very, very observant. Let's clean to have another complex example. Again, suppose we have minus x cubed minus 125, okay? So let's do something here. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's do something. Having got this, what do we do? Okay. Now, we can go straight to do this. We can have this to be minus s cubed minus 5 raised to the power 3, right? But look at this minus from the first term. What do we do? It's simple. Just factorize. Factor out 1, okay? Minus 1 cancel, minus s cubed will give you plus s cubed. Minus cancel this minus here will give you plus. 1 cancel 5 cube is what? 5 cube, okay? So this is just sum of cube, right? So don't be confused with the minus sign here. All right, we go. Minus bracket. We now do our thing here. The banana factor first. X plus 5, right? Again, the remaining factor s squared. Since the sign here is plus, the one here would be what? Minus, okay? So we have what? 5 times s is what? 5x. Then plus 5 squared, which is what? 25. With 25, we close the main bracket, okay? So to expand, we expand these two after we open bracket by what? Minus 1, okay? So that is how we can do that question. Let us still do another question. Okay, suppose we have s raised to the power 9 minus, okay, let me see. Okay, this question. Okay. All right. Suppose you have s raised to the power 9 minus 2 raised to the power 27. 27. Okay, let's do this. Let's see. All right, let's factorize. I can rewrite this to be x raised to the power 3 or raised to the power 3, yes, because 3 times 3 is also 9, minus 2 raised to the power 9 or raised to the power 3, because 3 times 9 is also 27, okay? So we go by our factorization here. We have s cubed, taking the minus sign, and 2 raised to the power what? 9 as the binomial factor. We go again, the remaining x, which is what? S squared. Then the alternate sign is plus 2 raised to the power 9 times s cubed will give me 2 raised to the power 9 s cubed, right? Okay, I had then plus the opposite sign, which is now 2, okay, 2 raised to the power 9 squared, 2 raised to the power 9 raised to the power 2. All right, please hope this example is not confusing. It is complex anyway, but just look at it well to understand it or have a good understanding of it. So now, you know that you can actually multiply 2 by 9 to have what? 2 raised to the power what? 18, okay? All right, let's say we have s cubed minus 2 raised to the power 9, okay? Then this one s squared. Now 2 raised to the power 9 is what? Is 512 plus 512x raised to the power 3, then plus 2 raised to the power 18, because 9 times 2 is 18, so 2 raised to the power 18 gives you what? This, okay, wow, the number is small, so let us just reduce it, okay? 2 raised to the power what? 18. Now, this one cannot be further factorized, but the binomial factor can still be further factorized. Look at it here. Okay, we can still continue the factorization. Let me clean to have some space here. Okay. Now, we drop. Okay. S cubed is now within s cubed minus 2 raised to the power 3 raised to the power 3, yes, because 3 times 3 is also 9. Now we have the factors to be x minus 2 raised to the power 3 as my binomial factor. Yes, okay, again, we have the quadratic factor to be The remainder of the x's is 2, so x squared, the alternate sign here is plus, okay. The remainder of the combination now is 2 cubed times x will give me 8x, right? Then the positive sign will now be 2 cubed raised to the power what? 2. We close the trinomial factor here. All right. We have, simplifying it further, we have s minus 2 cubed is 8, right? Okay. Bracket s squared plus 8x, then plus 3 times 2 is 6, okay. 2 raised to the power 6 gives me what? 64, okay. I can now have what? 64. So this is my factor now, okay. So to expand it back, we can just simply expand this, okay, to half this, all right? Then using this to what? Multiply the remaining what? Quadratic this thing. So if you feel confident of what I've done, that you actually got it very well or construed all I've said here, please at your own leisure time, try out this question. 16 x raised to the power 3 minus 250. Okay, 16x raised to the power 3 minus 250. Please try out this on your own, okay? At least to show that you're following what we are doing here. All right. In my next video, I will, give us or treat us or solve this question here, so you can check to know if you're actually right. All right. I mean, in my next video, okay, I will solve this out, okay? So my next video, I'm going to a new topic anyway, but I will solve this first of all, okay, then before I enter the new topic. Hope you found this helpful. Do subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.